Hello, word listeners. Welcome. I'm Alex, your host, and I'm thrilled you're joining me today as we explore the wonderful world of words. Our word of the day is east. Let's dive right in. East is an adverb that means toward the east. It describes the direction someone or something is moving or facing. Think of it as pointing to where the sun rises. Now, let's explore some synonyms for east. A similar word is eastward. For example, we can say, they traveled east or they traveled eastward. Both mean the same thing, that they were moving in the direction of the east. Another word is towards the east. For instance, the birds flew east for the winter is the same as the birds flew towards the east for the winter. While not a single word, in an easterly direction conveys the same meaning. The wind blew east all day is the same as the wind blew in an easterly direction all day. These synonyms give you options when speaking or writing. Now, let's look at the opposite of east, the antonyms. The most obvious antonym is west. While east means toward the east, west means toward the west. Imagine the sun setting in the west, the opposite of where it rises in the east. Another antonym is westward. We can say, the pioneers moved west or the pioneers moved westward. See how west and westward express the opposite direction of east. Another way to express the opposite direction is towards the west. So, saying the ship sailed west is the same as saying the ship sailed towards the west. And again, in a westerly direction communicates the opposite meaning. The storm moved west is the same as the storm moved in a westerly direction. Understanding antonyms helps you grasp the meaning of east more fully by understanding what it is not. How can we use east in everyday life? Well, directions are a big part of daily conversations. If someone asks you, which way is the library? You might answer, go east 2 blocks, then turn north. Road trips often involve using directions. You might hear, we're heading east on the highway. Describing locations uses the direction east too. My house is on the east side of town. Even weather reports might mention the wind. The wind is blowing from the east today. The term East Coast is a common expression for the eastern side of a country. For example, they live on the east coast of the United States. Here are more examples to illustrate using east. The sun rises in the east. The compass points east. The train is traveling east. The garden faces east. They built a fence along the east boundary. The river flows east towards the sea. The birds migrated east last spring. The map showed a path leading east through the forest. The city is located on the east bank of the river. We drove east for 3 hours before stopping for lunch. The early settlers moved east in search of new lands. Their apartment windows faced east, offering a beautiful sunrise view. The prevailing winds blow from the east, bringing rain. The country's capital city is situated to the east of the mountains. The ancient civilization extended east, reaching the coast. The border runs east along the river's edge. The refugees fled east seeking safety from the conflict. The expedition ventured east into uncharted territory. The company expanded its operations east, opening new branches. The artist's studio is located on the east side of the building. The restaurant is known for its East Asian cuisine. The farmer planted his crops facing east to maximize sunlight. The hikers followed the trail east through the valley. The marathon runners ran east for the first half of the race. The astronomer used a telescope to observe the stars in the east. The children built a sandcastle on the east side of the beach. The fishermen sailed east in search of a bountiful catch. The pilot flew east towards the rising sun. The engineers constructed a bridge heading east across the river. The scientists conducted research east of the research facility. The tourists traveled east exploring ancient ruins. The detectives investigated a crime that occurred east of the city center. The construction crew built a new road going east through the countryside. The teachers taught their students about the countries east of their own. The chefs prepared a delicious meal inspired by East Indian flavors. The librarians organized the books east of the nonfiction section. The politicians debated the issues east of the international relations. The historians studied the events that took place east of the Roman Empire. The architects designed a building that faces east to capture the morning light. The environmentalists worked to protect the natural resources east of the mountains. The musicians performed a concert with songs from East Asian countries. The entrepreneurs invested in businesses located east of their hometown. The philosophers explored the ideas of thinkers east of the Western world. The athletes competed in a track meet held east of the city park. The volunteers helped to rebuild homes damaged by the hurricane east of the town. Today, we learned that east means toward the east. We explored synonyms like eastward and towards the east, and antonyms like west and westward. We also discussed how east is used in daily conversations, common expressions, and in forming sentences. Thank you for joining me on Hello Word. I hope this episode has been helpful. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others discover Hello Word and improve their English vocabulary. Now, for your homework, create your own sentence using the word east and share it in the comments below the video. I look forward to reading them.